Hello guys, I'm so excited to have a guest today on my vlog, and he is a very good friend of mine, him and his wife. Welcome to Musalakhai.
Thank you for having me. Awesome.
Yeah.
Kidnap to me, I'm 27 years old. I got married when I was 23 years to a beautiful lady. I'm an entrepreneur also, run two businesses, and also I'm in the network marketing industry.
Yeah, that's cool. I had no idea you're under 30. The reason why you're here is because you are also a stay-home dad.
Yeah.
How has that been going?
Interesting and very challenging. Some things you don't understand them until you go through them.
Yeah.
I've always thought that ladies like you who are staying home with the kids are doing perfectly fine until I did it myself.
Yeah.
It's very challenging. I have an 8-month-old baby.
Yeah.
And I started staying with her at home alone while my wife is at work since she was 5.5 months.
Since she was 5.5?
Yeah.
So it's been like 3.5 months almost.
Yeah.
That you've been home with a baby.
Yeah.
What are you learning that you were not expecting at all?
It's not as easy as I thought.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't even do work. Like I can't do anything, nothing, like zero.
Yeah.
We drop my wife at work by 8 o'clock, get home. I have like my own plans to call my partners, to call people, to get onto meetings, get some work done. But sometimes I can't even do anything of that.
Yeah.
Any of that, and I can't even clean the house. And yeah, it's.
Does she get home and say, "Why is the house so messy"?
No, because she understands.
She understands.
Yeah.
Were you like that?
Yes, I was.
When she was the one home with the baby, what did you expect it will be like?
The perfect way to explain that is how I told my mom-in-law.
Oh.
So when my wife was still Gobotsetsi, my wife was preparing to now come back home since she was done with that and preparing to go back to work. And I told my mom-in-law, because my mom-in-law was advising us to have a caretaker and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I'll take care of my own daughter. And then she said, okay, fine. Then I did that. And because I was expecting to like it would be that we drop my wife at home at work at 8 o'clock, get back home, feed the baby, she sleeps, I get to work, she wakes up, I feed her again, I change nappies and all of that, but it's nothing like that. It's sometimes she would even cry and I wouldn't know what to do. Nothing.
Yeah.
So my wife we drop her at 8. We are home around 8:39 sometimes, depending on how much time we spent with my wife before she got into the office.
Yeah.
And then from that time till my wife gets home, I've done nothing.
Okay, so here's the thing. You say you've done nothing. Tell me exactly what it is you've been doing the whole day.
So like on days where I can't really do anything.
The days when you feel like you've done nothing. What had happened during the day?
She cries. She wants attention.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
And it gets frustrating sometimes. There are times where she would cry and I'll just look at her.
And that's what parenting is.
Exactly.
And I don't want to say that's what being a mother is like, but as a mother, I'll tell you that is exactly how it is.
Yeah.
You're home the whole day, and the baby needs a lot of attention.
Exactly.
And do you feel guilty when you don't get any work done?
I don't.
You don't? Oh, that's new.
Right now.
Right now, was it different in the beginning?
In the beginning, like I would get angry and I would tell my wife that, hey, I couldn't do anything, nothing. Bunolo was crying the entire day.
Wow.
And I need to work.
Yeah.
And you can imagine as a mother how she would feel when I say I wasn't able to work.
Yeah.
Bunolo is inconveniencing me, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But now I can't say that because that's just how babies are.
That's how. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is just how babies are.
Yeah.
They need constant care and attention.
For sure.
And I don't know. You in the beginning you felt angry.
Yeah.
For me, I would feel guilty. Like I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I didn't cook meals. I didn't clean the house. And everybody's gonna get home expecting to find those things. done, and
Yeah.
I didn't do them, and I would feel like I'm a horrible mother.
Yeah. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
And I also stopped asking my wife, why didn't you cook? Why didn't you do one, two, three? When now it's her turn, maybe like on Saturdays or
Yeah.
Sundays, and she's home
Yeah.
with the baby, and I would come back and I find like the house upside down. I
Yeah.
stopped asking that question because now I understand what really happens.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about you finding the house upside down. Now you were the one at home when the house is upside down.
It's really not having the time to even clean.
Yeah.
Even to make the bed, like something very simple like that.
Yeah.
You can't do it because you know that the baby just needs attention.
Yeah. From the moment the baby wakes up,
Exactly.
you're on baby's time.
Exactly. And
you have no time
she
to
would
yourself.
sleep for like 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
And 2-3 minutes is not enough to do stuff.
No, it's not. No.
And you still need to feed again. You change nappies again.
And what about you? Were you bathing?
No.
I'm asking you that on purpose because moms, we always feel guilty when we don't get all of these things done in a day. And a friend of mine was saying, like, there was one time when she didn't bath for like a week.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of women would not admit to that, but it does happen.
Yeah.
Because you forget about yourself. Whether you have more than one kid or it's just one kid, it's just that overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's hard to take care of a baby and do anything else.
Exactly.
And people need to appreciate that. And I just love that it comes from you as a dad, because men need to know that it's not women's incompetencies. It's not that women are failing. It's just that hard to be a mom or to take care of children and to do anything else in the house.
For sure.
Now, what's the one thing, like, what would you say to like fellow dads about like what you've learned as a primary caretaker?
For sure.
Yeah.
First things first, do whatever is convenient for both you and your wife.
Yeah.
And it does not solely depend on the lady, or it's not the lady's full responsibility alone to take care of the baby.
Yeah.
If you are in a position, because a lot of us, I know, gentlemen, that a lot of us are now working from home. If you are able, and if your job is or your business is able to give you the freedom to take care of your child, do so. Help your wife. But then, like I'll say what I said in the beginning, do whatever fits for your family.
Yeah.
And we should stop this thing, yaore. Ladies are the only ones that need to nurture the kids 100% of the time. But then I also feel like it's 50-50. It's not 100% of the time for the ladies, and that's how we grew up. That's what we grew up knowing.
Yeah.
That the ladies are the ones that do everything for the kids, and we as men are there to just provide the food.
Yeah.
Of which it's no.
Okay, what perspective have you gained though, now that you've been engaged in taking care of your own child? What perspective of parenting have you gained from that?
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Yes, it's worth it. It's fun.
Yeah.
But it's not easy, especially with the demands that we have right now in the world, and that urge to wanting to level up in your working environment, and in other things that are also important in life.
Yeah.
But it's not easy trying to merge all of that to being a parent.
Yeah.
And especially when they're this young, like my daughter is 8 months old. There are some things that I am forced to sacrifice as I take care of her. Like before she was here, or before I took care of her, by 10 o'clock I'd called over 20 people, 50 people that I do business with. Or I'm call contacting, or I'm prospecting for my businesses. But now I can't do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah, every day. I can't do
And
it
that is the
every
cost.
day.
That is the cost
Exactly.
of childcare.
Exactly.
We do our own childcare. Like women go through this. The cost of childcare and domestic work, unpaid labor.
For sure.
It takes over the energy and the time that a woman has to excel in paid labor.
Exactly.
they have to reduce their time that they spend on paid labor. Whether you're working from home or working outside the home, you have to think, oh, I need to take care of the baby. I need to sacrifice some of this time so that I can take care of the baby. I can do the dishes. I can do dinner. I can make sure that the home looks tidy and all of that. And at the moment, in a lot of homes, it falls solely on the shoulders of the woman. And yet we live with a generation that says they want 50-50, and I want a woman who can secure the bag, you know. And you're like, then who's taking care of the house? We're expecting the woman to perform all of these things, like you're saying. They need to level up in so many different areas of their lives, but taking care of the home is demanding.
Yes.